Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, April 11. A submission is being taken to Cabinet in the next few days for persons wishing to assemble drones and airplanes at Vernham Field when the Aerotropolis operations begin at the site. Minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister, Mike Henry, made the disclosure yesterday following a helicopter landing and tour of the runway at Vernham Field. He called on more investors to step up to the plate and tap into the economic activities that will come from the Vernham Field Aerotropolis project.
So I recapture the asset value for the people of Jamaica. We must begin to recognize, and investors must now recognize, and Jamaican investors particularly, must now step up to the page. Because you could start a flying school tomorrow, because the runway has got 20 years life, and you don't need the runway for the training of pilots. And I mean any longer runway than what you have.
Minister of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Audley Shaw, echoed the point and said Cabinet would soon be looking at further consideration of the model being pursued for the Aerotropolis.
Of course, the model is one in which the government is making land available that will be used by the private sector to develop this logistics center. It's not government that's going to do the investment. It is the private sector that's going to do the investment.
Vernham Field is an old United States aerodrome that is being rehabilitated to allow for logistics, cargo, and air operations. Government now has applications for the use of approximately 30,000 acres of idle sugar lands in St. Catherine and Clarendon. In 2018, the Agriculture Minister, Audley Shaw, announced that sugar lands in St. Catherine, Clarendon and Trelawney were identified for divestment in the first phase of a plan to put thousands of idle acreage into crop production. He told JIS News yesterday that a lot of interest was being expressed in the unused lands.
In fact, I leave here to go to a meeting with the Sugar Company Holdings, where a report is being provided to me on citing the interest of investors in getting land for agricultural production. The good news is that there's a lot of interest in a lot of the unused sugar lands that we have.
Minister Shaw gave the update following the helicopter landing and tour of the runway at Vernham Field. Consumer and business confidence in the economy remained positive, with both indices recording increases for the first quarter of 2019. The Consumer Confidence Index was 177.5 points compared to the 175.5 points in the fourth quarter of 2018. The Business Confidence Index increased to 151 points. This was disclosed at a press conference held on Tuesday at the Spanish Court Hotel in New Kingston. The data came out of a survey conducted by Market Research Services on behalf of the Jamaica Chamber of Commerce. Managing Director of Market Research Services, Don Anderson, says consumers' expectations for jobs is at the heart of the surge in their confidence. Companies, on the other hand, remain bullish on their plans to invest. More than 70% of all firms surveyed continue to agree that the time was right for expansion. The Ministry of National Security will be partnering with the Housing, Opportunity, Production and Employment HOPE program to help youth who are serving custodial sentences transition into the working world. A statement from the ministry reveals that a memorandum of understanding will be signed in short order to cement the agreement. The pending partnership will be established under the banner of the National Security Ministry's flagship youth empowerment initiative, We Transform. Minister of State Rudyard Spencer says the process will start before the young people leave the correctional facilities and will guide them on a case management basis afterwards to help them become productive members of society. Minister Spencer says this collaboration with the HOPE program should empower the youth to change the trajectory of their life. National Coordinator of the HOPE program, Lieutenant Colonel Martin Rickman, says he anticipates that this partnership will assist with the expansion of the programs and further reduce crime and violence. The HOPE program, which launched in May 2017, provides educational and job opportunities for young people ages 18 to 24 who are not employed or enrolled in a school or program of training. The We Transform initiative was launched the same year and facilitates the rehabilitation and reintegration of youth offenders who were placed in juvenile remand centers island-wide. And finally, a refurbished science laboratory has been officially opened at the St. Catherine High School in Spanish Town. It was refurbished by the Digicel Foundation at a cost of $10.5 million. Principal of the institution, Marlon Campbell, says the new lab has already ignited a spirit of excellence and the psychology of learning has been shifted in the right gear.
There is now an enthusiasm of readiness to enter the new space as the children prepare themselves for class.
Past student of the institution and Member of Parliament, Juliet Holness, says the space will better assist students with their preparation for science, technology, engineering and mathematics, STEM-based subjects and examinations.
The future is really science, technology, engineering and mathematics. If we are to be the people of the future, not only using the telephones and using the computers and playing the games, but the innovators and creators of the future technology, then we have to start by training our students.
Chief Executive Officer of the Digicel Foundation, Carleen Dawson, says this renovation represents the Foundation's ongoing commitment to science education. To date, the Digicel Foundation has renovated and equipped science labs in 11 high schools, in addition to donating 44 mobile science labs to schools with less space. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.